Welcome back to Basin Motorsports for another day here in the garage. So today we're going to focus on the 86. The 80, the wide body, is pretty much ready to go for this year. And I want to do a walk around video of it, but today it is really cloudy, about 10 mile an hour winds, and nobody wants to hear me kind of go, today, the wide body. So that's coming up, but I'll at least give you a teaser shot of that. It is washed, polished, ready to go, and feeling pretty good about this thing this year. Finally, no leaks. Keeping my fingers crossed. Knock on wood. It's ready to go. So the next step on the 86, now that I've got the fuel system together, the heater core changed, and it's back to running, what I want to do is get to the headliner. In order to do that, really what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip out all the interior. Really just go in, clean it up. I've already done the firewall because I have the dash out. So I'll get the seats out, front and rear, carpet out, front and rear, side panels, everything else. And on the headliner on this, rather than order something like a complete replacement or ordering anything factory, because the gray itself is not touching any other color, I'm not going to go with something that is exact reproduction from the factory. I'm just going to go down to Joann's, spend about 20 bucks, 25 bucks on some material. The hardboard should be good, or the cardboard on it should be good. So if I get it out, strip it, I can take the cloth off, clean up the material or the backing itself, put on new, and put it right back in, and it will look fantastic. So let's get the seats out and the carpet out, and then we'll kind of look at how the car sits itself. Now, if you notice behind, I've already started working on cleaning up the shop. So if I show you around there, you can see the bench is cleaned up. Everything's cleaned up off the floor. I've had that for at least 12 hours. The garage is completely clean, which means it's time to put it back to dirty and get everything done. So I had the front seats out, and I'll tell you, the carpet is worse off than I thought it was going to be. I was really just hoping just to give it a good cleaning, but really, it's got rust stains in it and everything else. That's just never going to come out. So I'll just go ahead and replace this carpet. You can see the same side on the passenger. It's dirty. Got the back going. Got the seats taken apart there. And this is the hatch here. So I didn't think it was this bad. I don't know if they had a dead body in here or what, but you can see that the carpet, while it was dirty underneath, is completely rotten with mold. So all this needs to go. And then you can see they've got a bunch of kitty litter in here, so I don't know what that deal is, but this will all come out, and we'll see if we can save these seats or not. It actually smells like oil, so I wonder if they've spilled oil somewhere along in here. But this board's going to be replaced. Spare tire is still original. The jack, maybe original, I'm not sure, but I know the tire is, so that will stay with the car. It's going to stay 4-lug. I think I'm going to keep it a little bit more original. Next pieces need to come out are the rear seats. So I'll get both of those out and then start getting the rear quarter panels, the plastics, out. Start to see the parts are starting to pile up. So you got the front seats out, console. I'm just doing like I did on the wide body, bagging everything so I can keep it all kind of together. See the original radio, glove box. I actually put that back in probably. And then you got the dash side plates. Everything else is bagged up together. And eventually, that will be true. The 86 will be sold. All right, so the interior is all out except for the headliner. See, I've still got it left in there. Haven't pulled it yet, but you can see everything is out. No surprises here. Lots of dirt. A couple of spots of rust. Nothing really major. That can be cleaned with a wire brush and hit with some rust arrestor or whatever else. But you can just see it is all original. Check that out. All that dirt and everything else. No major surprises. Like I said, you can see there's a little bit of dirt or a little bit of rust there. Lots of dirt. Found a Doritos guitar pick. I don't know. Epiphone. Darla hood. Not sure. Baby picture. Lots of spare change. Nothing major. Now, that is a broadcast sheet, unfortunately, has been destroyed. But that is the original for this car. You can see, just needs to be cleaned up, really. No major issues there. Now, cool thing is, they actually had 2 broadcast sheets. So I will keep this as a memento for the car, but you can see there are all the labels for this original car. You can kind of see the carpet is out, just dirty, no major mold or anything else. You can see the supplier tag there, Collins and Aikman tag. That's the original. And then the parts that will be reused. Still not sure what I'm going to do on the seats yet, if I want to redo them all or not. But the parts are all there. That is what the interior of a Mustang hatchback looks like. So now all I have left to do is take out one sun visor on the passenger side, and then I'll get this headliner out. You can kind of see it's droop. Oop, I think I tore it. It's drooping down, so I've got the map lamp, sun visor, and I think 2 clips to go on it, and it will come out. Board looks good. Well, I won't know until it's all the way out, but the material itself, it's not so bad. Now I just need to get my shop vac in here, really clean this out. I think I've got all the screws out, found a couple loose screws. You could say they're mine, but I don't have any loose screws. And then it's just a matter of cleaning it up. Shop vac it, double check what I got, and we will eventually get to putting stuff back in. I'll clean it out, wipe this thing down with soap and water, get it all scrubbed out, kind of like I did with the wide body. And then it's just going to be a matter of kind of sitting, because I want to do the full vinyl wrap at that point. That way that I can have access to the quarter windows. If I show you back up here, there's the quarter windows, these trim around the window there. I want to get all that done. So, and then that will be put on after the wrap. So the wrap will kind of be the exterior foundation, quarter trim, quarter sail panels, of course the door, weather strip, and all that stuff. All that will be put back on. But the headliner is the thing for today. So that's what the interior looks like. We'll get it out. Okay, so here's the headliner out. Now you can see it's starting to delaminate. So really this is the cloth coming off the foam. If I just tear it open, you can kind of see. So there's the foam itself. That's pretty standard, pretty normal for older stuff. Now you can start to see the foam is stuck well to this cardboard, but you can take off one little thin layer of that and it will all peel off. So the great thing is you can just put a new section of cloth right onto this board, just get a lot of glue on there. It will stick well and go right on. Now one of the things I'm probably going to do is probably strip off these original noise pieces. I was going to leave them really, but honestly they're starting to fall apart. There's no real reason to keep using that crap. So I'll just take that off. I do have some DEI boom mats still to use if I want to. So I'll probably strip all that off, clean it up, throw on some sound deadening material there, or maybe look around, see what I can find, if I can get some replacements of that. If not, not a big deal. Now it's just on to start cleaning this stuff up, take off this stuff at the top. It's going to make a big mess on the floor, and then I'll get this all vacuumed out real quick. Okay, after vacuuming, pretty in good shape. Again, a couple small little rusty spots. Nothing like the wide body was though. Thankfully there's no sunroof in this, so nothing major really. Just a lot of cleanup. That's just going to be a wire brush. The backside doesn't look too bad either. So in the hatchback area, I think the worst spot is really right around that grommet. And that's just some surface rust. I will take that grommet out and get that cleaned up. Otherwise, I think it just needs a wire brush or a brass brush, whatever. And then just some cleanup. No major issues. My goodness. This thing is so much better condition than the 80 was. So I think that's going to be it for this time working on the 86. Do need to get some material and check my glue inventory to make sure I've got a can for that to be able to put new cloth on there. I'll get that completely stripped off, and I'll show you guys how I plan to do that in a future episode. Get the taillights out. The harness can stay, but the taillights, need to be taken out, resealed, new lenses, and I've got some bodywork back over here. It looks like somebody backed into something or something else because it's dented right there, and I'll show that when I take it all apart. Otherwise, it's just going to be cleaned up. The 86, really, I think it looks like a lot, but it's really not going to be. Compared to the 80 sitting right over here, this thing is going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be much easier. Clean up, just get it ready to go, wipe down on the inside, and then I can start putting the interior back a little bit, because I think the vinyl wrap is probably going to be the major piece on this. And so with this, what I'm going to do on it is do all the body work so that the buyer of this, if they don't like the vinyl wrap, they can immediately peel it off, or they can leave it for a couple years, however they want to do it. But the body work will be prepped. If they ever say, hey, I want to go back to a paint or anything else, they can immediately go do that. I'm going to try and take care of that. I have the vinyl because it's the silver that I bought for the wide body that I didn't like. So I've got it. I might as well do it. And that's it. Everything else is going to be done. This thing's going to be pretty darn nice once it's ready to go. And it's going to be a driver. It should be reliable for an 86, but it should be reliable, and somebody can take it, cruise it for a while, and then just start their own build with it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this week. And if you haven't hit subscribe, like, any of that kind of stuff, if you guys got comments on what you'd like to see this done, or if I'm jumping too far ahead, taking stuff apart, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to keep on trucking on this thing and try and get it done by late summer if I can, to get it up for sale. So that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.